Alright guys, I'm on this cruise. Okay, we're about to leave. But before I got on this cruise with the pretty lady, hi princess, wanted to shoot this intro for this haircut tutorial because I had to leave you guys with something while I was gone. This is a pretty cool haircut. It's a ball fade on the sides with like kind of like a pomp. Hopefully you guys learn from it. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys when I get back home from the cruise. Let's get started.
Alright, so we're gonna start off with cutting with the scissors first, and then we'll start, fading later. But I want to get the length on the top down, and we'll start with the bang area, and then part it right through the middle, and this will be our guideline. They only want a little bit off, so. Generally, what I find is that clients want like a half inch. I mean, that's pretty much a month worth of hair, so maybe a half inch, maybe a quarter of an inch, just a trim if they come like bi-weekly. And then we're gonna start matching everything else up, pulling it up to the shape of their hair, and we'll just use the guideline in the middle and bring it down to the sides a little bit. It's gonna be slightly disconnected because if you bring too much length, you're gonna make it look like a faux hawk. So you gotta disconnect it a little bit when it's this long. And I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Right here I'm taking a little bit of bulk off the sides, scissor over comb. I promise it looked like my steel blade was a lot more still when it was at regular speed. When it's fast, it looks like I'm going crazy with the scissors. Alright, so follow underneath that with the number 4, and that number 4, whatever length you're gonna do on the sides, your last guard is gonna be a 3 open or a 4. You're just fading to a 4 now. So that's a good thing about cutting the top first. Alright, so now we'll start blending. I'm using the number 0 speedo guide, which is kind of equivalent to like a number 2. Some people say it's a 1.5 because it's a 3/16. But I've used both guards side by side, and I still feel like the 1.5, even though it says 3/16, is shorter than the speedo guide number 0. Now, one thing I wish I would have done is I wasn't. Maybe it was just like the hustle of trying to get this cut recorded, but I should have blow dried his hair first. It was still a little wet, and what I noticed is at the end of the haircut, I actually I had to go back and touch some things up because once I blew dry it, there was some imperfections. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely recommend after you're done with the scissor work or whatever, blow dry it, make sure it's on point, and then start blending with the clippers. So I believe this is a number 0A speedo guide. A number 0A speedo guide is pretty much their number 3. Alright, so now I got no guard open, and we're gonna, I'm blending a little bit different in this particular haircut. I'm doing the no guard open, which is like a half, most people call it, and we're gonna blend it up right to the middle of the hair. Eventually, we're gonna bald out the sides, but sometimes this is a little easier for people. You kind of divide the haircut into two different things, right? Alright, so right here we have the number 1 guard open, and it's blending right into the 2. Right, we're bringing it up right enough to where it starts to blend into the 2, and then when it's closed, it'll like it'll blend out that line that we created with the half, or the no blade open. I mean no guard open. We're not going to use the number 0 guard or the 1.5 guard. And we're doing this the same steps all the way around. Use a little bit more corner once you start getting to where you left off with the 2 guard. Go in there, you know what I'm saying, with the corners, as opposed to being committed and going straight up. You might cause another line. It's a little safer to use corners the closer the higher you go up. And you can see the blend is starting to come together. And it's really going to come together once we start to zero it out on the sides, bald it out on the sides. So we're just touching some things up with the blade open. And we'll start to close it as we go down. So now it's like halfway closed. And then you'll see as I close it all the way that it starts to transform the haircut into a bald fade. Try this out, guys. This might be an easier system for some of you guys. There's like 100 different ways to cut hair, man. All that matters is the end result. I don't care what tricks people got up their sleeves. I don't care if you're doing scissor over comb, clipper over comb, or guards. All that matters is that you finish in a timely fashion and the end result, because nobody's gonna read the story of the picture of your haircut. Nobody cares. You post a picture of your haircut, all that matters is the haircut. I've never seen somebody post on Instagram a dope picture and then write exactly the techniques that they use underneath it, as if it matters. Your clients don't care about that. So the clipper's closed all the way, and we're gonna get even tighter on the sides, which is why I'm leaving some of the hair on the sides, because we're gonna bald that out even closer. And like those little by balding it out a little bit closer, that's the type of attention of detail that really separates the quality of your haircuts. And it really only takes a little bit longer, right? So I think this is a fairly easy system. You know, you remove 2 different guards that people generally use. At this point, when I put new guards on, you can follow on in the captions. I'm just, detailing as I go. So here I'm using the Andy's T outliners to bald out even more. And I stay a little bit underneath where I left the clipper closed, where I was cutting with the clipper closed, right? And even after this T outliner, we'll use the Andy's shavers to really get it tight on the sides. And like, you could use this system on any texture of hair. Sometimes you guys are intimidated by different textures. If you look at my channel, literally every single texture of hair, there's a tutorial on. And for the most part, the system for fading stays the same. So don't get intimidated by different textures. This is why I use the Andy shaver. I had to have a cameo there. Yo, so as you're watching this, I'm on a cruise right now. I uploaded this and I had it ready to automatically drop, so you guys could have a tutorial while I was gone. The next video will be a your haircut, my feedback. I know you guys been waiting on that, so I'll drop that. I already recorded it. It's already ready to go, so look out for that. Alright, here I'm using a hair serum to protect the hair from blow drying. I didn't have the right brush for this because it's vented. I wish I would have had a Denman brush, and I was gonna buy one the other day because I knew I was gonna need it eventually, and I ended up not getting it, unfortunately. Oh, what happened was, Salon, I'm not even gonna say the company, but yo, I waited like too long, and there was 2 people helping 1 person in line, and I had to get back to work, so I ended up having to leave. And look, now I couldn't give my client the best service possible because of you, store. But we're pretty much just doing like a quick blow dry, nothing crazy, just to make sure that the end result is gonna look decent. Give it a little bit of volume, and just so that I know that it connects nicely. Not connects, but it looks good. It looks uniform with the sides, right? Because it is a slight disconnect from the sides to the top because of such a drastic change in length. But I want it to look like it's kind of like it's blended, right? So by blow drying it real quick, you'll be able to tell. And here's where I kind of touch it up and make sure it looks connected. I think I'm using the number 0 speedo guide here, which is equivalent to the number 2 guard. Alright, so now we're gonna line him up. He wanted the lineup, and he gets a nice lineup. He has a nice hairline for it. Right there was a little bit of bulk, so we'll just do some trimmer over comb. Yeah, I said it. Some trimmer over comb to lighten that up a little bit. You see it looks better now. Yeah, he gets a nice line, and with the razor it's just gonna pop even more. So here I'm applying some product. I'm using a light wax. It has a matte finish to it, and I love this comb. I'm gonna put a description for this comb, a link for this comb, so you guys can see what it's called and stuff. But this comb, it kind of gives some separation to the hair while still forming it. Love it. And I'll use like the side with more teeth closer to where I want it to connect with the blend to the fade on the sides, and then I'll use the wider teeth on the top to give it some separation but keep forming it. And then here I'm adding some wax to the stray hairs in the front, and then I'm going to kind of like pinch the hairs and run my fingers up like I'm doing now, and that keeps the stray hairs away from the hairline. So when I pass the razor, I don't catch any stray hairs, but it also keeps it, you know what I mean? It keeps it formed in the front. And that's just something I kind of just thought of while I was cutting his hair. What I'm gonna try next time on his hair is somebody mentioned it in the comments, and I want to give you all the credit in the world. I just forget who it was. Doing some razor work on the length on the top of his hair, just to give it, you know, give it more control and stuff, so it's not so thick, so you can control it and it'll still stay in place just from the blow dry. And it'll be easier to blow dry, obviously, if it's not as thick. So I'm gonna try that out next time I cut his hair, and I'll let you guys know how it went. Alright, so he wanted the 2 slashes on the eyebrow, and with the eyebrows, you just want to tap, because if you put the line in and then you move the clipper to the side or something, you could cut off way more hair than you want to. So very slight little taps, and then you can really detail it with the razor if you want to do so. But I would rather do most of the work with the razor. That way you have more control and you don't cut off more hair than you want to. And you can see, like, I pull the eyebrow and stuff. I don't flip over the razor. I don't think it's necessary. Like, I'll pull the eyebrow to get into tough areas. So the opposite direction of where I'm trying to get the hairs, I'll pull it and then I'll hit it with the razor. So this is it. This is the finished result, man. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Smash the like button. Like, that means everything to me. Smash the like button. I'll keep smashing the upload button. I appreciate you guys, man. Die Legend.